G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of Planet Zoo Career Mode. So we're back in Goodwin House. We got ourselves our first star. It's a bronze star and we're about to jump in and see if we can get the silver star. So I believe now we're off to get the Bengal tigers and sort something out for their enclosure. So let's see how that goes. So why don't you enjoy this Stitch Up intro and I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, so we are back in here. Here she is.
Using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Lovely. And of course, we've got the Goodwin House little blurb there, which we read in episode 1. Okay, so if we have a look at the objectives here, locate the highlighted area. So this is what we did earlier for our ostriches. And of course, we can have a look at those lovely ostriches and see how they're going. We've got 4 of them in there. One of them sitting down over here. Look at him. Oh, he's cleaning under his feathers. He's quite cool. People are looking. Are they giving money? Donation box. They're not really giving any money. Come on. Are you going to drop any money in there? No. No, he's not dropping any money in. All right, let's go have a look at these Bengal tiger where we're going to build this. So if we are just up here, right, we really are.
Your next job is to build a habitat.
From scratch.
From scratch.
Correct.
And concrete and glass, I expect. So go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Yeah. So the habitat gate.
Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Yeah, okay. I think the hole is going to be for the water. So I think what we'll need to do is we might actually put the glass along this bit. So we'll make the whole thing. Let's grab ourselves a barrier. And we have a few different ones available here. So I've got, what do we got here? Can I move this? Can I close the objectives? Objectives. Yes, there we go. Close that. All right, so we've got ourselves concrete and glass and red brick. Now, I think we should just do concrete then, just to mix things up. Let's do some concrete. So we're going to do it all in concrete to start with. Right, how do I get this to be longer? Oh, yeah. So this is height, 2 meters. If I go length, 15 meters, geez. Okay, let's see. We're just doing this like this and that, right? And if I make this length a bit shorter, no, let's do a curve one here, but just as long. So let's do it 15 meters still, and let's get him at a nice angle there. Let's just see if we can tuck him in a little bit. Does this need to be this big? Yeah, it does. I was thinking, can we make this a bit smaller? But I obviously want it to be this big. Should we do a curved one here? Let's do a curved one here because we could always put some flowers in there. Now I'm on the straight. I'll probably need to put the straight barrier in, but we're just doing the curved ones at this stage. Let me grab the straight one here. Okay, straight barrier because we're going to put glass in there. Make you a little smaller. Really smaller actually, like this. Yep. And then if we grab ourselves curved, how do we make it a bit longer? Where's the? There must be a bit of a hotkey for that. Okay, let's go back to straight ones, and we've now put them along the back. Just having a look how this looks here. Okay, we're going to get to there, don't we? I think we're going to have a breakout situation. Let's see if I go like here to here, that's that. And I think that's it for the barrier, but I think, so we need a gate, but I think we might have a breakout situation here, so I think we'd have to fix that. Right, so let's do ourselves some terrain editing, and we want these to be slightly smaller, and I want it to be, disabled by scenario. Okay, so she's going to tell us about this, I think, because it asks us to put this here, but then I think the lesson will be, hey, you can't have the Bengal tiger sort of climbing this and jumping over. So that's all cool. Okay, let's grab ourselves. So what did they want? They wanted a gate, and they want some glass viewing areas. So if we go here, we do need glass, and we are going to put the glass in. Actually, select the barrier first and change that, edit barrier, change that to glass. Okay, so we've got glass there, and I think we're going to want also glass just on this little bit, yeah. And I think we could do ourselves a glass bit at the end here. Yeah, let's do that. I think so. At the moment we're just looking through glass, so we'll see. That didn't work, did it? No, we want this to go glass. Good. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right, so we've got glass, and now we need a gate. And I'm going to put the gate right kind of. Oh, why doesn't the gate go in any of these spots? Okay. Try and get him next to the glass as close as I can, actually. If I put him there, that would work.
Now,
Okay.
Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos. So
Right.
we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't
So
you
that's
think?
this.
The way
Yep.
we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier.
Lovely.
Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
Right.
Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
Clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Drag this widget to select the habitat. This one? Hang on. Oh. Hang on. If we go this, and we want to drag this widget, this one. So we're going to grab all these. So basically now we're selecting all of these to there.
Now you've got all of the perimeter selected,
right.
You can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
3.7, okay. So drag this widget to change the height of the barrier. Which widget? Which widget? Which widget? Oh no, it says drag this widget. Oh, hang on, so there's a widget. Right. Let me see. I'm just checking there to see they're all different heights. If I close this. Oh, no. Okay, let's go into. So let's jump out of that, go here, and it was going to be. No, hang on. It was going to be this. That widget. Okay, cool. So we get everything first. So let me grab everyone first. Go around. Right. And this widget for the heights. So we want this to be 3.7. I'm sure that disappeared. Now, I got to just check this. 3.71 over here, 3.8, 3.8. I think we need this to be 2.61. So that's going to be the problem. I wonder if what we could do is just grab this one and this one. No, sorry, this one and that one and bring them up. Hang on. Oops. So these three. Yep. And bring them up. So it's just these corner ones we're bringing up. That's quite tall.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas.
Yep.
We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these
Ooh,
tigers aren't
okay, let's
exactly
jump out of
eating
that.
instant noodles for lunch.
Keep jumping into these trees here. Okay, let's put a donation box right in the middle.
Okay, that's the habitat
I wouldn't
boundary
mind a second
complete. The
one if she
habitat
lets
gate's
me.
in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore.
Alright.
I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
I'm going to do this now. And that'll be lovely. Okay, we're going to go to animal trading and we're going to have a look here. So Bengal tigers, there is a male 9-year-old and he's $10,000. I'll say pounds. And then we've got a gold Bengal tiger, Vedika, female. She's £12,000. So I'm going to grab both of them and adopt and adopt. We've got plenty of money, 240,000 still, and I want to send them to zoo. So let's grab the man and then the woman. So it goes back to it. We've got a storage, relocating this one to here.
Whilst our
Right.
trusty caretakers
Yep.
collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival.
Right.
We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
Right. So it'll be habitat, and it will be food heaters, food and water. It's interesting. It only gives us one option. Well, it tells us here that it's suitable for these animals. Bengal tigers in there, so that'll be how that goes. But it's interesting. Later on, I'll need to work out a better way of doing that. So let's put this guy here.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different.
Yeah.
Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the
double-headed
banks of the
tiger.
pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water.
Oh,
You
cool.
should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Now that we know how to do. This is very Planet Coaster, this one. So this game naturally is going to lean towards Planet Coaster players. Which is great. And we go down to water. Calm or rough? Well, I think I want rough.
Yes, that'll do
Yeah,
nicely.
I think so. Yeah.
Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
Right, let's have a look then. If we go habitat and we go to enrichment, we should go a rubbing pad and a frozen blood pumpkin. Right, we'll put the pumpkin up here. In fact, let's put a few pumpkins in. Right. Oh, they're going to go for it. And we want a rubbing pad. Now, I want this rubbing pad to be close to where the guests can see them. I really am just... So let's put it there.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape.
Right.
Now,
And
the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although, given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Ooh, okay. Well, in this case, we're going to use the blueprint. Facilities, and I want a shelter. No, hang on. Habitat, and I want a beds and shelters. And it's a Planet Zoo shelter, 8x8x4. And that's exactly what we need. Now, let's think about this. Does this open at both sides? Open at one side. So, and is it glassed in? It's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here because I want these guys to, well, I kind of want them to be seen. So if I put it sort of like, I don't know, this is a rubbish habitat, this one. I don't like this habitat. Okay, let's put it here. These guys are in a bit of strife, but let's put it in the middle. Okay, let's see if she likes that.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed.
Yeah.
That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat.
Right.
Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Okay, here we go. This is where it'll tell us.
Rightio. Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Some more soil.
Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Soil, okay, right. Well, let's put it around here. A bit more soil. Yeah, let's do it around there so it's much more kind of all around the water, basically. And here, I think we should fill this with lots of plants too. So put it all around here. Make this all around. Okay, what have we got there? Soil is now 32%. Right, so that's in the green zone, not amazingly. Let's do intensity and see if we can just get it a little bit more. In front of those two, that's not bad. And then we want short grass and long grass, okay. Long grass and short grass. So let's see, we've got ourselves... so this is long grass. We're just outside of that. We want to find the exact zone here. Don't know if we've got grass already. 60%. Right, we really need to get this to be in the red. In the green, in the green, in the green. So I've done too much soil now. 67% long grass. Okay, let me get short grass going then. Now it should be getting up in. So that's the short grass is now getting in the zone. And I think we've got too much long grass. That's our problem.
Right then.
Right.
All animals need plants and trees from their own biome
I
or
think I'll
continent.
do more soil then.
You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia.
Right.
Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The
So
tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants.
Right.
To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Okay, let's pick tiger again.
Now, as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like
Yeah.
the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
Which one's this? So that's that
You
one.
can
If I
find all
click
of the
on it.
plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Right. Click on the Bengal and plants here. The hooked acacia tree is no good, or we don't have enough. And the wattle, yeah, so they don't want those. Okay, cool. So this one's going to be gone. And if I go back into the tiger, sorry, back into the tiger and environment and the wattle brush, which is this one. Is it? These guys, wattle brush, wattle brush, wattle brush. Okay, so we go goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye. So that's that. Click on our lazy tiger again, go environment, and now at least we can see. So plant type and coverage. Right. So we want bracken and hawthorn bush. So if I go to nature and I go to plants, I should be able to then go filter, and I should be able to go continent. These are from Asia, and where I'm looking for bracken here. Bracken, bracken, bracken. And I also, what else is it? Hawthorn bush. Hawthorn bush looks to be cowberry, common. Bengal bamboo. Now they sound like they're for them, but I didn't. Continents, biomes. Okay, shall we try some Bengali bamboos? Yeah, see, they're good for them. Okay, we're going to put a few of these in. I like the idea of really kind of making it a bit of a jungle. So let's get these guys to be Bengal bamboos. Oh, lovely. Yeah, nice. Okay. Let's put one right up against that. And then over against the fence here. I mean, it kind of maybe... Are they going to be able to escape? Let's put one in the water, too. Right, let's see if there's other Bengali bamboos. Oh, this is a lovely big Bengali bamboo. Let's put it here. Now this, I think, would be a problem because these guys would be able to escape. I know in London, the tigers that they have at London Zoo, I imagine they'll get up top as well, but the tigers at London Zoo have a net over the top. These things will, proper escape. And the tigers at Whipsnade Zoo, which I was at 2 days ago, no, yesterday, those do not have anything on top of them. Oh, we just got ourselves.
They say that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger.
Okay.
Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory. Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Right, and I believe we've had 2 more scenarios unlocked, which is great. So not just this area, this Goodwin house, but the other 2. So I think that's what's happened anyway. I'm a bit unsure as to if we did all this correct. Let's have a quick look and see. Let's just see what happened there, because I want to learn exactly what's going on. So 2 tigers are here, and it is much better. I think we could possibly look at putting in, more of these brackens. And what's this one? A hawthorn bush. So if I go like that, can I copy it? No, I think I could normally do that. A hawthorn bush. If I go nature and I unfilter everything, reset the filter and go hawthorn bush. Hawthorn bush. I'm in nature, aren't I? Type 2 hawthorn bush. Maybe it's locked. I think it's locked. I think this is a locked because of the scenario. So maybe later on we can look at that. Something for me to check a bit later. But these guys look pretty happy. Let's just check on them now, make sure they're all good. So they're all good on welfare. Habitat is good. Environment is very good. And enrichment's good. These guys are happy. Social. He does have a mate. Okay, this is good. Look at them. They're just resting up. Okay, so she wants to go to the peafowls. Now, these are called peacocks in Australia. And now over here, they're called peafowls, I've noticed. So this is...
Just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Ooh. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. So, although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese. Expand their social welfare and we can get a bit more detail.
Right, here we go. So this is the male because he's the coloured one. The lady one is here, the female one. And when I'm saying lady for animal, of course, I'm referencing Carl Pilkington. I'm not, because he would say the woman, well, he'd say the woman monkey. All right, here we go. So this was the original maze, the hedge maze for the house. And now it's the peafowl. So that's quite cool. I like that. That makes sense. Nice enclosure. Nice, I like this bit. Yeah. These are good sitting up too, these little ones, aren't they? Look at them, all sitting up. Oh, they're sitting up on wooden stumps. Well, they're going to be bloody brilliant. Can I move it? No, it's all locked. Okay. Let's get rid of the filter. Right, here we go. So we want to click on one of the peafowls and we want to go to, so click on a peafowl and we want to go to social welfare. You can expand these.
Now, they've clearly got plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong.
Okay, so social group, too few adults and juveniles in the animal social group. So they need a bigger group.
Right. As you can see, the peafowlers need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Right. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Okay, so we want animal market. We want 3 more female peafowls, and that's them. So this makes it quite easy for us. We want all 3 of these. Let's click on those. And we want to send these guys into the zoo immediately. Wait for it to come back. And then we send the next ones into the zoo. Animal trading. Send to zoo. Yep. Now, where's the gate there? Okay. And relocating in the trade center. So this one to the... Let's send to the
Good work
zoo.
on those
Should we
peaflowers.
send
I
to
expect
habitat?
they'll be delivered soon.
Okay.
But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
Right. She's a nightmare, the snow leopard. Rightio. Let's see where... over here. What's this one? The giraffes. They're a bit tall for the giraffes. Oh, no, he's sitting down. Okay, cool. What else you got in there? Some plain zebras? Plains zebras. And yes, yes, yes. And we are looking at this guy, which is a snow leopard. Let's see. So not there. Where are we? Ooh. Oh, look at the snow situation. I bet we haven't got enough snow on this. Where is she? Oh, has she escaped?
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the
Yep.
case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You
Right.
can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's
Yes,
not a cheap
yes.
option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you?
So
This will
this
give the
one.
snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Information panels too. How cool, cool, cool. Right. I have to say, visiting ZSL Whipsnade, the other London campus, well, the other London site for London Zoo. So they've got Regent's Park or the London one property, and then the Whipsnade, which is out in the country about 30 miles or so from the centre of London. I'd have to say, these information that about the animals was just rubbish. It's a good zoo, but they were absolute sort of rubbish with the telling you what it is. It was like, oh, this is a zebra. Really? What fucking type of zebra? I mean, there are many type. Can we actually say it's a plains zebra, please? It wasn't a plains zebra. It was something else because I had to ask someone. But yeah, it was just quite rubbish. Now, what's her problem? Oh, she wants one-way glass, doesn't she? She's fed up with it, to be honest. She's absolutely fed up with two-way glass. Okay, so we want to swap this to one-way glass. Let's close that one. So swap this out to one-way glass. Hang on, did we just swap that to one-way glass? So if I do this, and I look through, she can see out and we can see in. But we now should be able to see in once we swap it to one-way glass. So it's the barriers. So we've got to select the barrier first. Double click. And why has it got a cross against it? Is it because it's expensive?
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather, you should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat.
Okay.
But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Lovely. So that's the temperature there. Is it? Heat maps. Okay, cool. And we're on temperature. So what's the first one? The first one is animal welfare. So this is when they're freaking out. If we go to heat map,
As you
it
can
is...
see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can.
So it looks like the
Luckily
cooler
for us,
is
this habitat
there.
already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future.
Okay.
Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Right, so it just has to touch the habitat. Let's put one here. Did that do anything? Is this a cooler? Cooler. Yeah, it is a cooler. It takes a while to rock and roll. Let's do another one then. Okay, let's wait for that. Now, what we'll do, we've got the snow there as well, don't we? So where are these? So it was there. Oh, yep, yep. So that's the cooler. I like these barriers. I have to say, these barriers are quite nice. See these? Yeah, I like them. They're kind of like a wall, but with glass. And I'm not a big fan of these big open sections of glass. They do look good too. But yeah, this is cool. She's happy. Is she happy? Let's check the temperature. She is happy as anything. Now, what's this? Why is this section? Is that water? Yes. Okay, cool. So we can't chill the water. And there she is there. So they're all watching and throwing money into that rapidly, judging by the money situation. Right. I think we may. What's our next objective? I was going to say we may actually go ahead and. Oh, maybe we haven't met this objective yet. Yeah, maybe they're not quite happy with that. Let's put another one in.
You can find heat maps for all sorts of
Yep.
helpful
She wasn't
things, so
quite
do be sure
happy
to
with
explore
that.
them and make good use of them.
All right.
It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopards' terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Okay, snow and rock. Let's do that. Here we go. Right, snow, rock, snow, rock, snow, rock. So this will be nature. Well, we can do the rocks because, hey. No, not under nature. That'd be items. We want terrain. Okay, so we do want some. Let's get the size is ridiculous. I could do snow, a bit more snow, just a little bit more. Put snow right up into this. Let's get a bit more snow going on the all around the tree, and let me think about where we want the rock situation. We'll stick some rocks right here. Now, let me check out. Is she happy? Terrain, grass. She's got too much grass, but if we put snow down, that's going to change that. Look, it drops. So we get. I like the snow around that as well. The snow around the. Ooh, what's that? Now, why does that? Doesn't seem to want to stay there. Okay, let's see. Do we want to give it? Is this all going to be snow? Is that what's happening? Get rid of the grass in the middle here. Doesn't like any of this grass. Let's get rid of all this.
Well then, all of that should give you
We
a
got
pretty
the
good
gold star.
understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And
Just want
that
to do a bit of
average
rock.
welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
I don't mind
Not
that
bad.
kind of.
Not bad at all. I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
Let's do this sort of intermittent kind of.
Sounds like you got the whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All the appropriate noises. I guess I was right to hire you, huh?
Bernie's happy.
Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a Foxy coffee.
Okay, I think we'll leave the episode here.
As
Is Bernie?
strange as it seems,
Bernie's going to
considering we
keep
just
talking.
met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the
Lovely,
child
this
I
house.
never
Look at
had.
that.
After the one I did have,
we-
obviously.
Save it as a
But you
blueprint.
see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. And don't get me wrong, Emma absolutely loves animals. But she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet. I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. And maybe having a type of frog named after me.
Right, I'm just having a bit of a look around. Bernie's finally shut up, thank God. I mean, he was driving me absolutely mental. But I was just having a look inside this lovely sort of Bavarian kind of, yeah, like I guess a greenhouse. And we might just have a look here. So this is where you load onto the train. That's all pretty cool. I'm down at ground level here, so let's just keep having a bit of a look around the zoo. We're not, oh, is this chimps? No, what are they? They're meerkats. Lovely. Not meerkats. No, not meerkats. They're King Julian. What are they? What are you again? A ring-tailed lemur. That's right. So we'll do a walkthrough. I guess eventually, when we go to build a zoo, we'll do a walkthrough with the ring-tailed lemur. We're not going to go ahead and have a look at all the exhibits, and we'll just swap to the other camera quickly. This is a staff path, I believe. Is it? These are staff paths. Yes, so these are staff paths. These are guest paths here, and then in between you've got the staff paths, which I really like. I think that's really cool. I think we will see very back of house, and you'll notice everyone walking through those are just staff members. I think that's a really nice design as well. We'll definitely be doing that. Here's our warthog friends from the very first episode. We did warthogs and ostriches, just a bit of tinkering. And that's all quite good. Okay, I'm going to leave episode 2 here. This has been a 36-minute episode of Planet Zoo, the second one, a Goodwin House, I believe. And I believe our next objective will be to go into another part and look at something completely different. I think we've finished the objectives here. So I'll be exploring the next part of the career mode in the next episode. Don't forget to leave your comments. Don't forget to like the episode if you did so. And also subscribe to Stitch Up, and I'll see you in the next episode of Planet Zoo.